approach. We can just see Matt Fraser there in the background behind Zach George, just getting those final prep thoughts through his head. What are we expecting from Matt on this? What do we think he's going to achieve?
Fireworks.
8 minutes, 8.5?
He'll be wanting to beat his time from the games.
Okay.
That will be his goal.
Let's see if he can do that. The guys are on the start line. The hooter is about to sign. There we go. So they're off. This is it. Final heat of the day. So final effort for these guys to put in the work. Let's see how quickly they go. Matt Fraser is flying.
Matt Fraser's cycle speed is just rhythmic. He waits for it to stop bouncing, he picks it up. Waits for it to stop bouncing, picks it up. Very, very nice by Matt Fraser. Zach George in the foreground are also moving nicely, but I think it's got to be Fraser's to lose, really.
In terms of Zach George and his growth over the last year as an athlete, because he was here last year. He had a bit of a struggle on the second day, the last day of the comp last year, but there was a lot spoken about him and his potential. He's obviously started to show that more and more. Do you think he's a real option for the UK to potentially provide somebody who could finish in the top 10, top 20 when it comes to the games itself?
I think he's very, very skilled athlete. He moved really well and he's shown his ability throughout the Open and previous competitions that he deserves to be there.
So we're just looking at Lucas Högberg here in lane number 6. So let's see how he's doing. So he's moving on. Lane 7, Georgios Karavis has also moved that bar up. We should also point out that in actually lane 3, Eleftherios Stefanadis is not starting in this heat, so there is no Thanadis in heat number 4. So we'll try and provide an update on that. But for now, it's more important to focus on the athletes in this event. And there's Matt Fraser giving a look to his judge. Looks very comfortable. Final 5 reps then of these clean and jerks at 62.5 kilograms. 2 minutes onto the clock. 2 left remain, it looks like. Yeah. That's a pretty fast start. So a 2-minute grace.
Oh, not quite finished, sorry. So he's going to be looking like a 2:15 grace.
So there we go.
Going to 30 muscle-ups.
Matt Fraser, though, interestingly, is not the first man onto the ring muscle-ups. Lucas Högberg in lane 6 is the man there. And actually, the man just outside him is Georgios Karavis, is also onto the ring muscle-ups before Matt Fraser. We spoke before, it's not all about the Matt Fraser show. It's not that. There's a lot of athletes here who are wanting to compete in this year's event.
So that was 4 reps by Lucas Högberg. And I'll be interested to see how many Matt cranks out. It looks like he's already hit a set of 6 or 7.
So there's Bronislav Alenkovic next to Matt Fraser in lane number 5. Bronislav had a tough first workout today. He unfortunately was the guy who brought up the field and he finished in last place in the run. He was kind of walking it towards the end. I think he knew that necessarily wasn't going to be his strongest event of this weekend.
Look at the size of him. He doesn't want to be shifting his tin down the runway, but I think here he's going to show his prowess when he gets back onto that barbell. We saw him do 30 clean and jerks at 65 kilos unbroken last year after a 60 kilo bike. So we know when he starts snatching, that barbell is going to shift. It wouldn't surprise me if he does it in 3 unbroken sets of 10.
Well, you've got to remember, he came from nowhere last year, winning 2 events back-to-back, which put him into that position to take the win. So we know he's capable of fireworks. You talked about Matt Fraser fireworks. We're coming up to 4 minutes. We've kind of got that 8-minute mark in our heads as potentially being that mark. Georgios Karavis there in lane 6 is looking strong. No, sorry, lane 7. Lucas Högberg here as well next to him. Very nice of them to actually do their ring muscle-ups next to each other, which there's normally a little gap to allow for the space, but they're doing a great job for us to help us on our coverage here.
And I'm wondering whose hand we're going to see first, because when we do see them, it's going to be seriously impressive.
There's Will Murad.
Very lovely muscle-ups. And Matt Fraser's hand is in the air, we're hearing through our ears. So Matt Fraser
I can't wait to see these last snatches to see how quickly he's going to do this. Is he going to go for unbroken?
I don't think he'll go for unbroken.
But 3 sets of 10, boom, gone.
I think he'll probably go fast singles. I may be wrong, but based on the pace at which he's done his muscle ups.
Here we go. Here we go. So that's Matt Fraser moving on to his bar for 30 snatches. He is the man in the lead now. He's overtaken Lucas Högberg in lane 6 and Georgios Karavis in lane 7. And here we go. So remember, the leading time from this set of events, a set of heats in event 2 is 8:48 from our friend Andre Uday. So Andre Uday is currently the event leader. Be interested to see now how Matt Fraser done. He's taking a look. He's had enough of the shirt. Off it goes. Now time. You can hear the crowd going wild at that.
So it looks like Matt's got a 35-second lead on his closest rival.
Which
looking
is
over his shoulder.
Georgios Karavis. Lucas Högberg is off his ring muscle up. So it's Georgios Karavis, Matt Fraser. So Georgios Karavis and Lucas Högberg were the first people onto the ring muscle ups. But Matt Fraser has motored through those exceptionally quickly. He's onto his 30 snatches.
Also lane 1 has just joined them, Sam Stewart. So Sam Stewart.
Here's Matt Fraser. He's rolled the bar further forward than anybody else. So he is our current leader in this heat. 6:13 on the clock. It's fascinating to see where this might fall out, but Bronislav Alenkovic is still on his ring muscle ups. Do you think he feels the pressure of having Matt Fraser outside him?
I'm not sure Bron is an athlete that considers other athletes. I think he's very good at internalising and focusing on what he needs to do.
Well, to be fair, it's only 6:40 on the clock. He's only got 5 reps to go, and we know how quickly he can cycle through a bar. He's not going to catch up with Matt Fraser, but he may still be able to make some inroads on the wider field in this workout.
So Matt Fraser's on his final set of 10.
And he's got, so we got 7 minutes on the clock. Can he do this? Can he break the 8-minute mark that Ben predicted he might come in around?
But Bron in the background going touch and go.
Here we go. There's Bron. Here's the length of it. We love how quickly he moves this bar. My God, this man works quickly when it has a bar in his hands. And here's Matt Fraser casting an eye across the field. Final 5 reps. So we have got 5 reps to go with under 7.5 minutes gone on the clock. Bronislav Alenkovic has already moved on to his next set of 10.
He's just done an unbroken set of 10.
This is insane. So Alenkovic, after maybe ruling him out a little bit, is in the mix. Matt Fraser's got less than 5 reps to go. So let's see if he can break this 8-minute mark, because this is certainly a statement of intent. Final rep, I believe. Final rep he is on. Here we go. There is Matt Fraser. And he's walking over the line in under 8 minutes. That's 7:53. Look at that for a statement of intent here in London from Matt Fraser. That is what 4-time CrossFit Games champion can do. That is a phenomenal effort. And here goes Georgios Karavis. Is he going to be able to claim second place in this heat? We've got Lucas Högberg has got less than 5.
It's going to be a foot race between Lucas.
It's going to be a proper race. Alenkovic has moved up. Alenkovic has got 10 reps left. And there's Georgios Karavis. Karavis is going to take second place in 8:21. So that takes out Andre Uday's time. Can anybody else get under that? We've got Lucas Högberg is surely close. Alenkovic, Högberg is going to beat that time.
Will
Murad is also in behind Högberg. So Uday, so this is amazing. 8:48. Can Alenkovic break that 8:48? Alenkovic looks like he's slowed down a little bit. There we go, in lane number 1, Sam Stewart from Ireland has beaten that time. This is insane. Alenkovic is going for it. He has really worked hard to fight back. There's Zach George.
David Sharonki
breaking 9 minutes. David Sharonki over there in lane number 8 has also been mixing it up with the best. So there's Sharonki trying to make the mark. Actually looks like Sharonki was moved to lane 9 and Will Murad was lane 8. So there's Sharonki going in 9:13. So still excellent times here. So Sharonki is just marginally behind Daniel Skov's time of 9:07. So we've seen some phenomenal efforts. We did think that workout was going to be a quick one, and it proved to be a quick one.
Wowee, that was amazing. All those athletes coming in like dominoes, bing, bing, bing. But Matt Fraser, what an unbelievable job.
And we can see Lauren is making a move on Matt Fraser to have a chat with him. Lauren looks excited about potentially having a chat with the man. So let's see if we can have a conversation with him. But what a phenomenal effort though from him. That was truly world class.
And that is how you do that workout. Matt Fraser has just shown us how to do that workout. Unbelievable. To go faster than 12 seconds compared to what he did at the games. Amazing.
Do you think that's the benefit of doing this workout early compared to the last workout of the games? Do you think that might be the difference in that?
Definitely. I think, you know, the fact that it's only workout number 2 is going to make a huge difference. But his amount of capacity, I don't know whether it will make that much.
And great news, actually, Lauren is down on the floor with that man, Matt Fraser.
Him down. Matt, that was faster than your games performance in the standard. Obviously, it's a little bit earlier in the competition, but did you feel that maybe that was yours to lose?
You know, I was expecting it to be a bit faster, you know, feel a little fresher than at the games. You know, that was a brutal week. But, you know, I definitely took my experience from then. I learned a couple lessons during the event, so I tried to apply it here.
We haven't actually seen you on a competition stage since the games. Have you been enjoying your time away? What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, I usually try to pack up and live in the woods. No cell phone, internet for a couple months. So just some quality time with family. But Tia and I are both back in Cookville now, training full time. So ready to hit the season hard.
How did it feel getting back out there?
You know, the nerves were there just like they used to be. And, you know, it's something I never wanted to go away. But it feels good to be back out here, and couldn't ask for a better crowd, you know. It's incredible how big this competition is.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you in that event, and I'm sure everyone wants to congratulate you on a great performance.
Thank you.
Well, thanks Lauren and thanks Matt for that. Fascinating to hear Matt's take on that. Obviously he's taken a bit of